What's up, everybody? It's a little late for the graphic novels of the week, but I've been doing it pretty consistently, so I'm going to try to keep this going for you all. Really appreciate you for supporting this channel. We are growing, and we're almost getting monetized. We're getting so close. So please tell your friends, share out the video, make sure that everybody knows about this beautiful comic book channel. I appreciate you guys for being there and supporting us so much. This has been a good journey so far. And let's get into the comic book news. My name is John Delarose, and of course, I am a #1 best-selling author and award-winning comic creator. I've got my Flying Sparks backer kit open now. If you love old superhero stuff like from the 80s and 90s from Marvel and DC, of course, back when they had single-issue storylines that kind of built into something bigger, where it was a lot of fun actually following characters that were progressing before they kind of stopped all that. This is going to be the book for you. Go check out Flying Sparks. I guarantee you're going to love it. Our team of superheroes all goes and fights against evil lizard people from another dimension. It's just good classic fun, and that's why we're here. So support the channel. Check out our book. Thanks, guys. Here's the graphic novels of the week, which I get on cheapgraphicnovels.com, who don't sponsor me. They should. I'd love to get some free books. And let's go through everything today. Asterix Omnibus Volume 9. They've been doing 9 volumes of this. Asterix is one of the longest running, most famous bandes dessinées French comics, which is really popular. I've actually never read it. I know, right? Tell me if this is pretty good. Should I get into this? I really love, of course, Valerian. I love Lucky Luke. I love all the Mobius stuff, so I'd be interested to hear from people who are fans of this. Volume 9, getting up there. Blue Flame, the complete series, trade paperback. Not familiar with this right here. It looks like another independent superhero book. Brothers and Mothers hardcovers. Not sure what that is. Captain Marvel by Kelly Thompson Omnibus. Yikes, two covers. This was Ms. Marvel back before they rebranded for the movies, and I don't know. This is really where Marvel started to go off the rails, in my opinion. So I'm not going to be picking that up. Carnage 2022 Volume 2. They have a Carnage series going on. I had no idea. Carnage is a character where it's I feel like it worked 2 or 3 times, and then they really didn't need to pursue that character further. There's really not a lot of depth to it. Cliffhanger Cinematic Superheroes of the Serials hardcover. Oh, these are old classics that they're talking about. This looks like a historical look at the 1930s and 1940s. Pretty cool. That's an interesting book. I'd be interested in reading that. Daredevil Omnibus Volume 2, Gene Colan. So this is a pretty good era of Daredevil. Honestly, I thought it picked up a little bit after Stan Lee left the book, and it's pretty readable. It's not great stuff happened with the Bendis and Brubaker and Wade kind of era in there, but it's still really good stuff. It's classic. It's a little campy and enjoyable Daredevil stuff. 2 different covers of that for the Omnibus, which they've been doing lately. Destiny Comic Collection hardcover for Destiny fans for the video game. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark Classic Years Omnibus Volume 2. This is interesting that there's a they're doing the classic Elvira stuff here. Cool stuff. Nice. End After End Volume 1. This looks like a fantasy independent deal. Faithless Deluxe Edition. This looks a little gross for me. Oh gosh, yes it is. Good Asian 1936 Deluxe Edition. So this is a Chinese detective kind of deal. I've heard good things about this actually. I don't know. Harbinger Book 2, and this looks like Valiant. I didn't even know Valiant was still coming out with books. Harbinger was really good back in 2012. I recommend going in and looking at those. I have no idea what they're doing with the line now. I've kind of lost interest ever since they sold the company, and it really changed directions quite a bit. Knee Deep Book 1. 200 years in the future, refugees from an environmental cataclysm have fled underground, so an underground cave post-apocalypse. I think there's too many post-apocalypses out there, to be honest. Listen, Beautiful Marcia hardcover. Not sure what this is, but doesn't look like it's for me. Metabarons, Weapons of the Metabarons Deluxe Editions. So I've read through the Mobius Inkle trilogy, but I've not gone into the Metabaron stuff yet. I have a lot of it. I don't know if this is a new one or if it's just a reprint of some of the old stuff. I know that they are continuing the universe still, but creative Joe Dorowski Charleston. Okay, so this does looks like a reprint of the older stuff. I've heard this is really good, but let me know down in the comments down below if you've read this. Mindset, the complete series. Marvel Masterworks Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1. So they are reprinting the old Masterworks. That's good because a lot of these Masterworks are out of print. A lot of people like to collect them in this format because they do have nice matching spines and they look kind of elegant together, and they're nice hardcovers. I've got the Epic collections personally, but these are pretty cool. I'm glad they're getting that back out there. Money Shot Volume 3. I'll pass on that. Out of My Head Imaginary Creatures of Joseph Back hardcover. It looks like a artist from the 30s through 60s. That's kind of neat. Different stuff. Ruling Claws, The Socialist Cartoons of Sid Hoff. Pass on that. That sounds terrible. Sergeant Fury Epic Collection Berlin Breakout. So Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos was a long-running Stan Lee war book. And they had one Epic collection of this come out, and then they haven't come out with anything for years. So I'm very excited that this is finally coming back out. I love this old late 60s war comics. A lot of fun. So I will be getting that for sure. Shazam, The Power of Shazam, Book 2, The Worm Turns. This looks like a current modern year deal. She-Hulk 2022 by Rainbow Rowell. Oh boy, I'm sure that is going to be a lot of fun. Sarcasm. She-Hulk Epic Collection, The Cosmic Squish Principle. This is exciting for me too. I'm going to be picking this up. So John Byrne in the 80s had a She-Hulk run, which is the most famous She-Hulk run. It's the best She-Hulk run. And he quit for a little bit in between. This is actually the issues in between his run. So I've never actually read these. They've not been collected before. Cool stuff. And I've heard it's really not as good, but I like having that unbroken run in the collection. Star Trek Picard Stargazer, following the climactic events of Season 2's finale. An unsanctioned mission for Season 3. I don't know. Star Trek stuff has been a little rough as of late. And of course, I don't know. With a Season 2 Picard twist. Don't know about that either. Star Trek The Mirror War. So this one, oh my gosh, I read a one-shot of this back in the day. That this is a collected edition of everything. I can't speak for the whole series. But it had massive continuity errors in it. Massive. And so I was a little shocked by the low quality of that when I saw the issue there. Star Wars Legends Epic Collections Original Marvel Years Volume 6. I believe this is the end of it. Yeah, it concludes. There it is. So this is the end of the original Marvel Years 80s Star Wars stuff. This is good stuff. It's good classic stuff. It definitely doesn't fit with continuity these days, which is good. So if you enjoy that, pick this up. I'll be picking it up for sure. Static Season 1 trade paperback. I don't know anything about that, but yeah, it looks modern. Steel, A Celebration of 30 Years hardcover. I remember when Steel came out in the 90s. Very cool character. John Henry's really cool. But I don't know. These retrospectives really aren't for me because they're just spatterings of issues. They're not really like consistent, I'd say. Tao Bang hardcover. I'm not sure what that is. Will Eisner's The Best of the Spirit Artisan Edition. The Artisan Editions are the big ones. That's pretty cool by itself. I might check that out. I'm not sure. X-Force 2019 by Benjamin Percy, Deluxe Edition Volume 2. This is pretty good. Benjamin Percy's a pretty good writer. I've enjoyed his stuff, but I really I read through that entire Krakoa setup that's been going on so far, and I got way burnt out on that level. But as far as what's actually decent out of those, and unfortunately they do cross over constantly, so it's really hard to follow without it. Benjamin Percy's work's been the best from what I've seen. X-Men 92, The Saga Continues trade paperback. I guess they are doing a book based on the cartoon in the 90s, which was a fun cartoon. I don't know that I'd read a book based on that today. All right, so my pick of the week is going to be She-Hulk, The Cosmic Squish Principle Epic Collection. I think I'm the most excited about this week. Sergeant Fury, of course, will be the second one coming from behind. And that's it. So check it out. What are you guys going to get this week? Anything? Let me know. Leave a comment down below. Hit the like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.